A special episode of The Mag Room, episode 97. Lori is back on again.
Yeah.
We got her booked 2 weeks out of like 4 or something like that. I wanted to try something new.
Well, I always like these holiday episodes. That's the thing. Like I love all the Halloween on is really my time, and I don't know what happened.
When does it end?
What?
Does it end at Christmas or does it end at Valentine's Day or does it end at...
I'd say New Year's Day. Then I...
Not a big Valentine's person.
Well, after New Year's Day, I kind of, go into the throes of depression, and then spring comes and I bounce back.
Yeah.
I think like there needs to be more holidays in January and February.
Yeah, you kind of need to ease back into it, right? It's
you can get really into Martin Luther King Day. People might think that's weird, but...
I'm not saying I'm not way into Martin Luther King Day. I just mean from October to...
I'm not trying to paint you as a racist. I'm just saying that I doubt that
I
you give people
that.
presents. I bet you don't give people presents on Martin Luther King Day.
That might be weird.
But if you're going to blow out the holiday, that's sort of it's got to be something. Either decorate your house, and then people will think you might be racist in some way, I think.
So you decorate your house Martin Luther King themed?
No, I'm saying do presents. Don't do any decorations. That will draw attention to your...
But are the presents Martin Luther King themed, like adjacent?
Maybe like some I Have a Dream cocktail napkins? That could be cute.
Don't make me spit on my new stuff.
MLK bobblehead?
No, I was just thinking presents. It doesn't have to be Martin Luther King specific presents. Black and white cookies or something like that.
Yeah, I guess on Christmas you don't give just like religious
Christmas
presents.
themed
I give all Jesus themed gifts. Baby Jesus.
Yeah. Now that I think
Jesus
about
on
it.
a rope, so it's all about Jesus is the reason for the season, the episode. Because when I was growing up, and I don't know, I don't watch like real TV anymore, I guess. So maybe it's still a thing, but like all the sitcoms had a Halloween episode and a Thanksgiving episode, like
Martin
All
Luther
in the
King Day
Family,
episode.
or if you want to, get a little more recent, even like Friends had those episodes. Like, I don't know if that's not a thing anymore, but I'm very excited that you all...
What should I get Phoebes for Martin Luther King Day present this year?
Could I be more confused about what to get Phoebe? R.I.P. Matthew, R.I.P.
You want to turn this little shindig into a Thanksgiving theme? Is that what's going on?
I have my show notes.
Did you
all
bring
my
a
content
good gravy
today
recipe or anything? Did you bring a good gravy recipe or maybe a new way to spatchcock your turkey?
No, it's not.
Did you
really...
say spatchcock?
Spatchcock your turkey, Jarrod. Have you ever heard of spatchcocking your turkey?
What does that mean?
It's not as dirty as it sounds. What it means is when you're cooking...
sounds very dirty.
Right. That's the fun of it. When you're cooking a turkey, it's a round, kind of hollow object, right? Because you've got the cavity in the middle is empty, and it's a round kind of thing. What spatchcocking does is it flattens that out by removing the backbone in a barbaric...
So you have to stick your cock in to remove the backbone?
Jarrod, come on. Jesus H. Christ.
There's a woman present,
There's
Jarrod.
a woman present. This is a holiday episode. Let's show
You
some
said
class. I didn't say spatchcock. I said spatchcock. Of all the people to keep their minds in the gutter, I would not have thought it to be you, Jarrod. Especially
No,
since
Weird how we went from
family time of year.
MLK Day to spatchcocking in 5 seconds. So I'm sorry I was late to Sunday night in the mag room.
All around the world you can hear them. Hey, hey, hey. Talking about news and kind of funny stuff. Hey, hey, hey. Mag room. Mag room. The mag room. The mag room.
It's okay.
But I was late because it was trivia night for my kids' fundraiser for their Washington, D.C. trip. My Emma's going to Washington, D.C. So a guy I know is a bartender at a brewery. He's like, hey, let's hold a trivia night there, and the entry fees, and there's a 50-50 raffle, raises money, so he wanted me to help him. So I went and did the trivia.
The last we heard, You were in
Yeah.
third place. How did you finish
So
up?
going into the final, I did not great in round 4, but other teams didn't as well. So going into the final 2 questions, I was in 4th place. Top 3 get prizes.
Jesus Christ.
And it was me and Brennan were playing, but he kept leaving to play foosball with his friends. So it was really just me by myself. Everybody else had teams of like 4 or 3, and I'm just sitting there by myself. So I was in 4th. Brennan joined me. So the last 2, I wanted to ask you the last 2 questions because they were Thanksgiving themed.
All right, let's do that.
So we were behind, but if you could bet up to 10 points on each of these questions, and the leader had like 72 and we had 66 or something like that, with 2 questions of betting 10. So the first question was,
Oh, fuck. Yeah.
what month
November.
is Canadian Thanksgiving?
It's October, I believe.
Do you have a guess, Mark?
Canadian Thanksgiving?
Yep.
See, the thing is, I'm not Canadian. So
Really?
That's true.
Gosh,
I'm not.
I had to
None
think
of
about
us
that
are.
for a while. I really thought you were.
I will
Sometimes you say A.
Lori seemed like she was pretty sure, so I'm going to go with October.
Yeah, Lori was correct.
Yes.
I'm not going to give you credit for that.
That. I said October. I went with her.
So we weren't sure, so we bet a low amount of points. But we got it right.
I did too. Did you
But
just
we were
guess?
still down. We guessed, yeah. I was like, I don't know. And then we just guessed October. Because I thought it's during the school year because the Canadian kids at school I know would always talk about it.
Huh. Hey.
But I guess I
Thanksgiving's
should
coming
listen
up,
to
eh?
them more.
Poser?
I'm like,
Let's go to
shut
my
your
house.
mouth.
Let's go to my house for Thanksgiving this year, yeah?
Oh, I'm sorry. I can't. I've already got plans.
Sorry. And I'm like, shut your mouth. We'll talk about the real Thanksgiving.
Take off, hoser.
You're in America. So then we got to the final question.
When is Nigerian Thanksgiving?
If we got it right, we would have finished in 2nd. Top 3 get prizes.
Oh.
And the question was, who was the first president to pardon a turkey?
John F. Kennedy.
Taft.
John F. Kennedy is correct.
God f***ing
Lori would have killed it. We did not get it right, so we didn't finish in the placing. And Lori, you would have won it for us.
Yep. I would have given all the money to the students for the DC trip.
Yeah, the 50-50, everybody gives it back. But you get a gift card. It's not a big prize, like $25
Well,
gift card for the brewery.
it's something.
Yeah, it basically pays like your tab. Although I know the bartender there, so he always just gives me beers, so it's fine. I just drink for free and
Big
play
shot.
trivia.
Hey, you guys know who I am?
Big shot. Your money's no good here, sir.
It's like the only place I have connections in my whole life. So yeah, Lori should host the Thanksgiving episode. So tonight, Lori is the host, so you're going to start off the episode.
All right. So this is a little game called Would You Rather,
Oh, dirty.
but with a Thanksgiving twist. So I think I'll just ask the questions and we can all answer because, everybody wants to be included, I think.
Sure.
So first,
Were you going to leave me out? Was it just going to be you and Mark?
Which one of
who's
us were
gonna
you
be
thinking of
left out?
cutting? Which one of us weren't you thinking of having?
would you rather be in the Thanksgiving Day parade or be one of the hosts?
The host, like, of the parade?
Yeah, like
Like
Al
Ryan
Roker.
Seacrest or something?
I'd definitely rather be the host.
Do your
Like, I
voice,
can't
Mark.
perform.
Wait, what were the 2 choices? I could host it or I could do what?
You
or
could be in the parade.
Is it like Mark riding in a car, waving like the...
Yeah, I could do that, maybe. Or I might just, can I just be in like the, nobody really notices me. I just ride on one of the things. I'm just one of the people.
But they always stop at that one spot when it's on TV and you gotta like
I don't want to
perform.
be on
So
TV and...
So you'd have to like
well, I'm
dance or
taking
do
the
a
one that's
song.
not that, though. I'm just...
There's none that's not
I'm just
that.
in
They
the
all
parade.
perform. There's no like guy who just walks in the parade.
What if I drive the float? I'm a driver.
I don't know. You still got to get out and dance around when this thing stops.
You mean both of the choices have something to do with me performing in front of like 30 million
Yes.
people?
Either way.
Yes.
Whichever one is a little less focused on me. I don't want to be the host. I think host would be hard.
What if me and you were like the hosts of the
Co-host?
Thanksgiving Day parade?
Like
Like the mag room hosts the Thanksgiving parade.
all right, so Mark would rather be in the parade in a very inconspicuous.
Like hidden under the float or whatever.
He could be a tree. He would like to be a bush or a tree.
Would you at least be in like the marching band? Like you play the drum
Well, that's kind of what I was
something?
thinking. I'm like I'm part of a big group of people. I'm
Like
just
you do
barging down
the,
street.
what's the baton? You do the baton at the front?
The major.
Yeah,
Yeah,
a
I could
major.
see that.
All right, I'll be the major.
Jared,
I would do the host.
you would. Okay.
I have no other talents that I mean I barely have this talent, but I have no other talents that I could bring to the parade.
You would be a good host, I think.
Oh, thank you.
And I think I would like to be in. I would like to dance on a float.
What song would you dance to?
Oh, I wanna dance with somebody.
Oh, a little Whitney Houston.
Yeah, if there was like a.
with somebody.
If Whitney Houston back from the dead was singing I Want to Dance with Somebody, then
That'd be so beautiful.
All right, want to do one more? Would you rather?
but you didn't pick the song. What song would you dance to?
Or were you cool with Whitney Houston?
Yeah, she just went with your
Maybe like a Broadway. You know,
oh wow, show
Something from
tune?
South Pacific?
something from Chicago would be good.
Ooh.
Like all that jazz, maybe.
I'm gonna wash that man right out of my hair. What's that from?
Or that. That would be okay too.
What is that from?
South Pacific.
I think
That's
that's
from
South
South
Pacific.
Pacific.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's gonna wash the man out of her hair?
Not as
Yeah.
Jared. It's like the
No, but like the smell of the man or
well,
something?
like the
No,
the-
like she's gonna forget about
Forget
him.
about
I
it.
Jared,
see.
Don't be
Like
so
you go
literal.
take a shower, like you go
There's-
take a shower
Yeah.
and get rid of
Do you
the
have any appreciation of
Yeah, there's
at
a
all
man
for
stuck in her
subtlety,
hair,
Jared?
and she's gonna wash it out.
It's just a dumb way to put it.
it's like one of the most famous show tunes of all time.
Really?
Yeah. And
You
just-
didn't know what it was from.
Yeah, I did. I said, "Isn't that South Pacific?" And then you said, "Wasn't that? Is she talking about?" I was like, "Jared,
You guys assumed I was asking that.
you were dirtbag."
I was not.
I can't believe you're being the dirty one all of a
I
sudden.
can't
This
believe
is a new
Lori
you.
brought so many stories.
I know.
That's what
Yeah.
and wash out of the hair show too.
No.
I thought it was just going to be a nice Thanksgiving episode where we talk
like a
maybe got a
family
new
Thanksgiving
recipe
show.
or something.
Yeah.
Potatoes au gratin. That's a great idea for Thanksgiving.
Shut! You're
That was
ruining
a-
my
that was-
theme.
Then
My-
you
That was
then
my-
you drop a load of right on the au gratin. Like, wait, come on.
It's so cheesy.
Would you rather run a turkey trot and come in first place, or
First.
not have to run it at all? All right, find some in this one. I challenge you.
Wow.
Wow.
I mean, you know we're going to be able to do that, right? Do you,
Yeah, it's not.
It's like you want us to do it at this point. I'm gonna
I feel
abstain
like
from
the
it.
other
I'm not
ones,
gonna do
the
it.
other ones have come pretty organically. I don't want to
Oh,
force it.
did you hear that right there? Come pretty organically.
I don't want to force it at all.
Oh, force it. Yeah.
Let's start with Jared. Would you rather run a turkey trot and come in first, or not have to run it at all?
I mean, if I'm gonna win, I want to run.
Okay.
Yeah.
I would not win a turkey trot race right now, but
Yeah, I want to run and win. I mean, the opposite with the vowels there.
yeah.
Run and win.
Especially you
Run.
feel so good because then you feel like you earned all the stuff you eat later in the day.
And presumably, I'd be in shape to run like that far. So I'd probably
It's true.
be 40 pounds lighter than I am right now.
It wouldn't be like a fluky, you just ran and won.
Like that Saturday Night Live skit where John Belushi wins the marathon. He smokes a cigarette. and
Tiny
eats
chocolate
donuts.
donuts. Yep.
So we would all. I'm with you there. I've never won first place in anything, so I would really love to win the turkey trot. I have another game.
Yeah.
It's
I like
called
it.
It's called the Gratitude Alphabet Game. And we don't
Okay.
need to go through the whole alphabet. So it's probably obvious, but what we do is we start with A and we go around, and we won't all do, everyone will do the next letter in the sequence, but you have to say, like if Mark starts, say something that starts with A that you're thankful for.
Asses. Like girls with nice asses. I'm thankful for a girl with a nice ass. I'm ass, comma, girl with a nice. Jared.
I know, but now you have me thinking about women parts. Because you
Oh,
did that.
B.
Well-
you got an easy one. You could go.
So
You
Johnny,
don't even
you
have to
got
use
B.
a dirty word. You could just go breasts. It's easy.
Yeah.
Booty. You could go booty. You could go a little one up me.
There's a lot of B's.
Or you could say
Let you
bananas because they have potassium.
So I have to pick something with B.
Would be, yeah.
Highly sexual that starts with the letter B.
It's not. I didn't say highly sexual.
Oh. Okay.
I mean, you could do something like bowel movements.
Jesus
I'm
Christ,
grateful for
dude.
those. Those are great. If you didn't have them, what would happen?
So that's your B. Grateful for your bowel.
Are you excited about the A and the B so far, Laura? Is this going in the direction you were
Really?
hoping?
I don't know.
Girls with big asses and taking shits. Go.
It's not quite as wholesome as I had in mind, but
What's your C? Cranberry sauce?
I would say
Your
I'm thankful for cardinals because I have a bird thing, and I have a thing for birds, I should say, and I have
Like sexually?
multiple bird feeders, and we have all these cardinals right now, and they're so pretty.
Del Monte brand pineapple slices.
You're not grateful for that. You can do better than that. Come on.
You can do better.
Grateful for.
How about your dad?
Oh, my dad. I am grateful for my
back to-
dad.
Definitely the pineapple.
No, my dad. That's a good one. Grateful for
Oh,
my
that's
dad.
a good one.
Or Donna Summers. You always liked her songs.
I actually really do like. Does she do on the radio, Laura?
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that song. All right,
Not
Donna
more than
Summers
your dad,
on the
though. You don't like on the radio more than your dad.
Donna Summers on the radio.
That's more than your
Sorry,
dad. Okay.
Jarrod, you're on E.
I'll have to go with my daughter Emma.
Oh, that's
Very
a good
grateful
one.
for her in my life. But I didn't go with Brennan at B, so I should probably go back
This is
to
awesome.
B and say Brennan.
There's
Is
no
that-
go backs.
Yeah.
Sorry.
This is a
'Cause
thoughtful.
now
this
if
is a
they
thoughtful
listen,
game.
I
she's
hope, you,
gonna
I hope
think
you land on T and forget Teddy too.
you're gonna say like flamingos or
Yeah, if it's all birds, it's gonna get suspicious.
Freedom. I'm thankful for freedom.
wow,
freedom
freedom.
to.
Are you singing the French national anthem?
Because I've been seeing this
I
French
was-
girl.
I was thinking more George Michael. Freedom.
Okay, yeah. You gotta get on what you say.
So just this, so not really real freedom, just the song "Freedom '90" by George Michael.
Yes, Freedom by George Michael. That's what I'm grateful for.
Why was it called Freedom '90?
Did you ever see the video? The video is so cool with all the supermodels from the 90s.
Yeah, Freedom exclamation point '90. Do you know who directed the music video?
Ooh,
Spike Jones,
David Fincher.
the guy who did Seven, right?
Yeah, like all those creepy movies.
the video is really good.
Why does it say 90 though? I don't get it.
What year was the song released?
I would say it was around that
October
time.
1990.
Yeah.
Was to prevent, oh, here we go. It was to prevent confusion with a hit by Michael's former band, Wham! Also entitled Freedom.
I don't want your freedom.
Oh, yeah.
Dun, 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 dun.
So the George Michael song Freedom has an exclamation point at the end of it. Wham! Also has an exclamation point, but their song Freedom does not have an exclamation point.
We learned a little something new today.
So which
didn't
one of
we?
those were you thankful for, Larry?
I should have picked for E exclamation points. Can I go back?
In my mind, I had the first one, but I also love the Wham one too. But I mean, just like, okay, here's a good example. So, not to bring down the room, but I have a very dear friend who's having a very important surgery tomorrow. And she's going to be in the hospital for Thanksgiving. And that makes me really sad. And like, just the freedom to be home with your family on Thanksgiving is something that
Does it make
not
you sad enough
everybody
to
gets,
cry in front of us on air? On the show? We've never had somebody
No.
cry before.
I feel like with
No.
F you could have went for friends and family as well with your
Or
theme there.
yeah.
it's true.
No,
Instead of a
I
George
feel you're
Michael
right.
90s song.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Mark picked Donna Summer over our father, so let's face it, Jarrod, the Einlots are really shallow. We
Wow.
Mark picked Donna Summer over my dad, and I picked George Michael over my family. That's
All right, Laura, you got to finish off with Z.
oh, jeez. I'm having a hard time with my own game.
Yeah, I would have thought you would have prepared a bunch
few
of
of
letters
them.
just to make us look bad.
Yeah.
No, I didn't think
We
that
had to
was
give up
fair.
an I.
That was not a level playing field. I came in cold just like you guys.
Okay.
I just went with the topic, and then I showed up.
Zimbabwe, the country, Zaire. Zaire doesn't exist anymore, does it?
What was the bad guy name in Superman 2?
Zibzibzar.
Was that General Zod?
Oh, yeah.
I'm not grateful for Why would I be thankful for General Zod?
Zod, comma, general.
He was one of the best bad guys in movies of my childhood, so
How
I enjoyed
about,
General Zod. That'd be a great way to finish the Thanksgiving thankfulness is about General Zod from Superman 2.
I don't
I
remember.
really think it really hits the message we were trying to put across.
I could give you either some words that were named after people that you didn't realize were named after people, like eponymous words, or
Okay.
I got like 5 kind of just little weird facts, I guess.
I like the words and people thing.
I think that's
Yes, that's what I wanted to pick.
better.
Yes.
All right. Did you know that the word saxophone is named after a person?
No. Steve Sachs?
It's pretty clear that the sousaphone was named after John Philip Sousa, but the saxophone is named after its inventor, a Belgian musical instrument designer named Adolphe Sax.
In Belgian, it's called the saxophone. Did you know that?
Oh, here we go again.
It's the jizzophone.
I didn't say that.
The word
Shut up.
Did you know that the word nicotine is an eponymous word?
Oh, yeah, good old cousin Nick who always used to smoke.
Jean Nicot, the French ambassador to Portugal, brought tobacco plants from France to France. Wait, you want me to just start that over? Brought
From
tobacco
France to France.
brought tobacco plants.
He's a great
From
guy.
France to France.
He didn't make a lot of money because they were like, well, you just took it from your own yard.
Wait, were you just here with your nicotine?
Come
We
on,
already
Nicot.
had
Oh,
this.
my name is Jean Nicot. I don't know how the trade works. He brought tobacco
this,
plants to what? Go on, make fun of
go
me.
ahead.
He brought tobacco plants to France from a trip to Portugal in 1559. God damn it! I've ruined the whole thing.
You're really
I was
good
like,
at this.
cigarettes were in 1959?
Before that, they just called it smoky plant. Until 1959. I love this stuff that we're smoking, but I can't believe it doesn't have a name.
Let's just call it Smoky Plant.
I can't believe it. Then Nicot brought it from Portugal to
To
France.
Portugal.
And now,
France to France. We need a name for this new product. How about chauvinism? Did you know that chauvinism is a word?
oh, that's bad.
It is doubtful that Nicholas Chauvin really existed. Wait, what? But the term that bears his name. They named it after a fake person. Does that still count?
It's like they're just like making up at the end of that.
We don't know if Dave Refrigerator was a real man. But the appliance that bears his name surely will live on forever. Here, wait. It is doubtful that Nicholas Chauvin really existed, but the term that bears his name lives on. Chauvin, it is said, was a badly wounded, poorly compensated soldier who was nonetheless still loyal to Napoleon, even after the leader himself abdicated. Chauvinism has come to be used as a shorthand for male chauvinism, but in its original use it meant fanatical patriotism, and by extension fanatical devotion to any cause,
I
even in
see.
the face of overwhelming opposition.
So you can have chauvinism to anything?
Okay, yeah.
So it wasn't necessarily a negative. Like,
No, well, kind of, I guess. Because you're
So we're kinda like
fanatical
we're
devotion to any
Thanksgiving.
cause, even in the face of overwhelming unless the overwhelming opposition is also wrong, I suppose.
We're Thanksgiving chauvinists. All right, Laura, you got your closer?
Yeah, wrap it
I
up.
have a closer. Yes.
All
So
right, let's do it.
So in the spirit of gratitude and Thanksgiving,
Jesus. We want jizz. We want sex and Lori. It's enough with this whole
you
gratitude
need a
and
new
alphabet.
co-host. I'm not talking about jizz. I got really tired of pretty much every day I walk to the beach. That's how I start my day.
It would, though, one more thing can I say? It would have been great if you had on that list some guy named Jizz, who that was named after. Like Bill Jizz from the 1840s.
You may have thought Jism was just a made-up word from 80s movies, but it's actually named after Gareth Jism, the first man ever to ejaculate on a girl's face.
Wilhelm Jizz.
Wilhelm Jizz.
Okay, I'm sorry. I know you want to start over again.
Terrible. You're ruining my Thanksgiving episode.
It's a jizzy Thanksgiving for all. I think this movie that we're going to come out with next year might have.
This point.
All right, tell your nice story.
Yeah.
I
So,
apologize.
I get a little tired of listening to music. Every song I was like, enough. So I started listening to audiobooks. I like to read it, and I don't usually do the audiobook thing, but I've been listening to this book. It's called The Happiest Man on Earth, and have you heard of that? It was written by...
Is this the
Lou
guy
Gehrig.
who's like 100 or 80 or something?
His name is Eddie Jaku. He's an
Eddie
Auschwitz
J. Crew?
Jaku. He's an Auschwitz.
Is he the guy that founded J. Crew?
Nice.
Yeah, he's a J. Crew model and an Auschwitz survivor.
Wow, that's quite a Venn diagram right there.
So, the book is very good. I would recommend it because it is just
So he survives and then talks about his
and his whole
life.
his whole family, his whole experience, and somehow a woman came and spoke at a job that I used to work
Victoria
at.
the Gap?
And like the human spirit of people who survive this stuff, just it's really makes you think. So full disclosure, I haven't finished the book, but as I was listening to it, I thought, let me get to the end and see if there's a good
He
message.
becomes a really racist at the end. Is that
Why would it be racist, Jarrod?
The
no,
happiest,
him.
the
I
happiest
was just
day
saying
of
like
his
a
li-
twist.
The happiest
a
day of his
twist
life,
ending.
he goes and he kills a bunch of Germans with his bare hands. And the last picture is him just on a pile of dead bodies with his hands raised.
This is the happiest day of my life. Oh.
That's a beautiful story, Lori.
Thank you. I knew you would think so.
I think that's great.
I really though, Lori, I do really agree with you because I've often thought about with my own children. How do you I don't want them to obviously go through Auschwitz, or
Really, Jarrod?
or
Wow,
the
you're a
Great
great
Depression.
I like when you take a stand on the show,
You're
Jarrod.
dad of the year
I
right
don't
there.
want my kids to go through a concentration camp.
or Great Depression.
Yep.
But the people who went through that were more grounded and satisfied, the ones who made it, obviously, as adults. So how do you fake that? You got to fake it, obviously. I don't want to, like I said, I don't want them to really go through it. But that's what I think about. All the people who went through that, they don't. I mean, it's a
You
little
could tone it
gene-
down a
it's
little bit. You
it's
could do
little
an
generalizing.
Auschwitz type of thing, but with a little less of an edge, I guess.
I mean, I'm kind of a dick to them a lot, so maybe that's similar. I'm sure your kids haven't, but my kids have said stuff, and I'm just holy smokes, I just am totally a terrible parent. Stuff they complain about, and I'm like,
Well,
come on.
No, but I don't think there's anything wrong with that. But I think the only way that you get perspective, or they get perspective on that stuff, is to read, and to get that perspective, not by you putting them in a simulated terrible situation, but these kind of stories are things that make you stop and think. And that's, let's be honest, that's your whole life, right? I mean, I get in a pissy mood sometimes over stupid stuff.
No, I do as well. I mean, I feel like my childhood wasn't that hard either. I mean, my family was lower middle class, but we didn't want for anything, and I didn't have any huge major thing that I went. I mean, you just hear of all these terrible things these people go through around the world, and you're like, God, they're just...
Well, even now,
Yeah,
Even
that's
now
what I
there's
mean.
terrible stuff happening. So here's what I would like to end my
Okay, I
first
like it.
hosted.
Yeah, you got about
Magnum
2.5
with.
minutes.
So this is the epilogue of this story. To full disclosure, I haven't finished it yet. I just thought, let me see if there's anything in here that I can bring to the mag room to send two of my most favorite people, my brother
You're
and
at
his friend Jarrod,
2 minutes and 15
Wow,
seconds.
I'm on your list of
off
favorite
into the
people.
Thanksgiving
I like
week.
that. I like it. All right, let's do it.
So here we go.
I'm excited.
And-
Mark, let's just listen now. We're not going to talk.
No jizz talk?
Nope.
All right.
Let's just listen.
Don't blame others for your misfortunes. No one has ever said that life is easy, but it's easier if you love it. If you hate your life, it becomes impossible to live. This is why I try to be kind. Even though I have suffered, I want to prove to the Nazis that they were wrong. I want to show the people who hate that they are wrong. Why?
I forgot that this was from the point of view of a guy that survived. I thought you were just...
Riffing?
I was like, why are you bringing the Nazis into this? Sorry.
Lori is always-
Sorry, I didn't mean
Lori's-
to interrupt. I should've put
Lori's
my
always
thing on
lived her
mute.
life trying to prove the
That
Nazis
explains
wrong.
a lot about some of the weird quirks you have, Lori.
All right.
Sorry.
Here we go. This is Eddie Jaku talking, not me, Mark, just to keep you in the moment.
Yes.
The
pay
founder of
attention.
J-Crew. Got it.
So I hate no one, not even Hitler. Again, not
I'm not
me.
laughing.
Mark.
I'm not laughing. I'm here.
I just love Eddie Jacob. I'm
Oh, it was Jarrod. I didn't even hear you laughing.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Okay.
I promised when I came out of the darkest hours of my life that I would be happy for the rest of my life and smile. Because if you smile, the world smiles with you. Life is not always happiness. Sometimes there are many hard days. But you must remember that you are lucky to be alive. We are all lucky in this way. Every breath is a gift. Life is beautiful if you let it be. Happiness is in your hands. So after you put this book down, please remember to take time to appreciate every moment of your life, the good, the bad. Sometimes there will be tears, sometimes there will be laughter, and if you're lucky, there will be friends to share it all with, as I have known throughout my life. Please, every day, remember to be happy to make others happy too. Make yourself a friend to the world.
Amen.
40% sale on chinos.
I was just going to say, and tonight there was lots of laughs shared with friends.
Yes. Happy Thanksgiving, my friends.
We have joint producers tonight. Wilhelm Jism and Eddie J. Crew. Theme song by Maggie Ellox. Email. We actually did get an email this week, but I'm going to save it for next week because we're so
Yes.
far in. So, but the person who emailed me had asked me afterward to give the email. So I don't know if we say it slow enough now.
Oh, okay.
Like if you don't know you as Muga, we might. Then when I say Muga and Cisco, they're probably like, "What the hell is he talking about?"
Yeah.
With the email. So moogaandsisko@gmail.com.
You can email us in and tell us to get a new email address, something like themagroom@gmail.com.
Imagine that.
That probably would have been a good one. Put down your phone, engage with your family this Thanksgiving or whoever you're with. Remember, we love you. People love you.
Wilhelm
grateful.
Jism loves you.
Enjoy the moments is what we've learned today. And if you're at Thanksgiving and things get tough, remember, you can always
Stick with the mag room. And everything else, am I doing the whole thing? Stick with the mag room, and everything else is cream cheese.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving, everybody.
Ooh, ooh, I like my groom. I like my groom. Ooh, ooh, my groom is good. My groom is good. Ooh, ooh, I like my groom. I like my groom. Ooh, ooh, my groom is good. My groom is good. The my groom's good. Ooh, ooh, I like my groom. I like my groom. Ooh, ooh, my groom is good. My groom is good.
I'm not talking about jizz. I'm not talking about jizz.